parents aborted me when I was 26. 1 year short of being the same age as other great artists. Morrison, Joplin, others who seemed to die prematurely. Unlike them, mine was a voice never heard, never perceived, never understood. Perhaps it was just that. Mine was a voice nobody wanted to hear. Millions of people suffer the effects brought on by depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and addiction every day, and go unnoticed. One of the most troubling of these conditions is schizophrenia. In the following selection, we see Anne Kolstrud as she documents her time dealing with this madness. And it becomes difficult to differentiate the line between reality and psychosis. Almost Normal by Anne Kolstrud. What time is it? Time is, it's not linear here. There is no value behind words such as hour, minute, even day. I can't go anywhere that I want to be. I was sentenced to this place, removed from the outside functioning world, void of any responsibilities, the society on which I am dependent. This place you don't age. At least not mentally. My body, it's rotting though, actually quite fast. I have insulin-dependent diabetes and heart failure. Didn't bury me very deep. Someday the topsoil will wash away and others like me will emerge. Either the outside will have to try something different or bury us deeper. I tried to scream, hoping that maybe somebody would rescue me. But no one seems to hear me. Or they don't have the energy to dig me up. Or they don't care. In the beginning, I was born in America, in the state of awareness. She was always a sensitive child, my parents would say. The first doctor in my life, his name was Dr. Stork. Like the great big bird whose purpose was to deliver a bundle of joy to a family's doorstep. Sometimes I wish I could have been returned. In this place within my mind, I am not afraid. I know I won't be hurt. Pain is relative to experience, and nothing can compare to the injury which has caused me to leave the outside functioning world. My senses, they have been dead. And the only thing that I'm allowed to feel is this place. I cannot dream or imagine or escape. I seem to be frozen. They shot a lot of chemicals into my bloodstream, attempting to reanimate me, but it only seems to have created further damage. Someday, they will have the technology to bring me back to life. But until then, the government spends thousands of dollars trying to bring me forward by bringing me back into the society which has rejected me. My father was an educator. He tried to teach me, do I have to draw you a picture? He would say with exasperation in his voice. No, I understand. I had no clue. Do I have to explain everything to you? I remained silent. How could I convince him that I understood when I didn't? You and your mother. What am I going to do with you two? Even though I have been sentenced to this place, I will never leave the courtroom. The judge may have left, but the courtroom still has its own opinion. They are still trying to find answers to a question they don't even understand. How did this happen to someone so young, so pretty, so intelligent? To resolve the dilemma, they have to point the blame. And they point it at me. I am responsible for my mental illness. Ultimately, I ended up in the psych hospital. I wanted to be normal. I would have sold my soul to have what others have. They put me on a drug called clozaril. They promised me that it would bring my life back. But now, I was overweight because of this drug. I live in a zoo. But this is a different kind of zoo. Nobody would ever pay to visit this zoo. But if you were to find yourself staring in the eyes of one of the animals at the zoo, you would give everything. Once a month, scraps of food and money are thrown in, but it's devoured within the first week. After that, it's best to stay clear because they will eat you alive. I was still becoming quite ill, but nobody seemed to be recognizing this. I was now in the med psych unit and realizing that the negative symptoms of schizophrenia had sneaked back into my mind. I couldn't eat or drink, and I hadn't slept in over 24 hours. So the doctors, they finally took me off clozaril. That night, as I lay in bed, the flood of voices, they started pounding, and they broke through to me. Die! You were going to die tonight. Drown yourself in the waters of the bathroom. Carry out the orders. You were going to die tonight. And at this point, I didn't even know if I wanted to live anymore. I went to the nurse's station. I'm going to die tonight. Why? I just am. I couldn't tell her about the voices. I don't know who told me, but you're just not allowed to talk about them. But I became careless. I started talking back to them. I knew that I was in some kind of nightmare. And I knew that I was becoming sicker, but the doctors, they weren't willing to give me any more medicine, and I don't even know if I'm real anymore. The voices, they announced my coming and my crucifixion, which is to follow. I reach out and phone the home I once knew. But there are too many numbers competing within my mind. When I finally make contact, I cry out for anyone that will listen to me. Save me. Please save me. They finally put me on the maximum dose of a drug called Saphris. Changes in my body were occurring. The pain seemed to be improving. I was off seizure medication and the seizures had stopped. This nightmare had become a forgotten bad dream. My mind, it began to feel clear, no longer confused with phrases and words. I felt like my schizophrenia was being completely controlled by my medication. I put my arms out into the sky, and I leaped into my new world. Despite the fact that there's a sword that hangs above my head with every movement I make, I have decided to live every day to the best of my ability. I'm normal. But my experiences, they make me almost normal. Life is insane. And we are never going to understand it. So go crazy. Just not mentally ill.